I'm ready when you are. I've been ready for an hour.
Oh, I saw you like gazing off. I thought you were doing stuff.
No, I'm just looking at my notes. We're getting ready to jump in
You ready for me to start that, I guess?
for the last 45 minutes or so.
Should I roll it out? Well, again, your boss's fault earlier. I mean,
Yeah,
let's be clear right now. I didn't make the headset. Microsoft John did, or whatever his name is. Are you doing something now? Are you ready, or are you doing something else? Sure. I feel like you're doing something. Yeah. Welcome to Kayfabe Wrestling Talk. This is where you come to hear how wrestling should be talked about. Sitting right here, handsome Nick Hanlon. We got Mathew Barnaby. We're going to chat about May 30th and June 2nd, Raw and SmackDown. The hits,
that's
the
right.
misses, the cringes, the matches, the people, the things, the popcorn, the
All the
bananas,
things.
and wontons, of course. Matt, how's it going over there?
It's going well, my friend. It's going very well. Yourself?
Excellent tie.
I'm loving the glasses. The glasses
Excellent
are
tie.
perfect.
Do they work? They're
That
prescription.
I'm so glad you have prescription glasses like that. That makes
Yeah.
me so happy.
Handsome Nick Hanlon would. So make sure you like and subscribe. Kayfabe Wrestling Talk. Next week we got a pay-per-view, so we'll just have a rundown on that. Boom. And where are we starting, Matt? Where are we starting? Boo 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 boo. Like and subscribe. Boo 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 boo.
Let's jump right into the match of the week. No, wait, that's the end. Let's jump right
You
into.
already messed up.
I had it on top. It's always the first thing
I
on my
know.
list.
That's why it confuses me.
Let's talk about pop of the week, Nick. Let's talk about who made the loudest noise for who.
Sure, pop of the week. Zazita. Ginger root beer. Sugar free. See what I did there?
Yeah, you keep changing the name on me.
What if they're sponsors? So pop of the week. I mean, there's a couple. Where'd you go?
Where'd I go? I went. So I had a couple of honorable mentions because it was hard to tell. But I did go back because I take this podcast very seriously and I wanted to be accurate. And I went back
Me too.
and re-listened to Cody Rhodes' entrance on SmackDown.
Yeah.
Okay, and also listened to CM Punk, his entrance to open up Raw, and Jey Uso and Sami Zayn, their entrance on Raw as well. And I mean, Punk, Jey Uso, and Sami Zayn were almost identical. And I keep going with Punk. I got the Punk hat. I'm a huge Punk guy, so I'm gonna swerve it up, and I'm gonna go with Jey Uso and Sami Zayn coming out on Raw is pop of the week for me. It was loud, crowd was into it. Sammy's a great hype man. Sammy is a phenomenal hype man, dancing around, so
Yeah.
good.
And a sanctimonious son of a bitch. And a whiny bitch whore. But he is a good hype man. You're right about that. I'll agree.
I imagine then you're on the side of Karrion Kross. You're not a good man, Sammy.
He knows what he is. Ask Karen, Ian. Um, I would say Jey Uso's pop was bigger when Cody brought him out.
You think?
Maybe. Maybe I think. Maybe I didn't pay attention that closely. I thought John Cena's pop was huge too.
That was pretty huge.
How about Naomi getting booed? That was impressive. She's getting some heat. Bitch got some hate. But it's like I remember what I wrote first was you could just pick 3 of Punk's appearances on Raw and pick one of them because like him saving that thing's annoying. Is there no way to stop that? Is that going to be on the recording? Wah wah. It scared me.
Yeah. Sorry, I can't help if my computer makes noises.
Is it out loud? It sounds like it's only in my head.
Yeah. Yeah, my phone goes off too. So we'll put the phone on silent.
I'm all right with the phone. It's just because it's like right in here. It's not like I'm hearing it. I don't know. Do what you want. I'll get used to it. I mean,
Yeah,
man,
Punk. Anytime Punk steps out, is the crowd goes nuts.
yeah. So, but I think I'm gonna give it to Cody. Cody's was loud as hell,
give
and
that to Cody.
I was excited to see Cody out there. You know, with everybody doing promos, as soon as Cody start talking, you that's how it's done. But we're not talking promos yet. But either way, I mean, John Cena's pop was loud as hell too. Like it's almost equal to Cody. So I mean, I'm giving it to that show. So
Yeah.
somebody in that, like even when Logan Paul came out, man, that was really loud. Like all four of those pops just in that segment were like huge.
It was loud.
Do I got to give it to a person? Like that segment was for sure the loudest pop.
We can give that segment.
Anything.
We'll hand it to SmackDown for you on that one. Yeah, that
segmented.
Works.
All right,
that makes sense.
So hopping in the promo of the week. Ooh, oh, it's not that scary. What are you thinking? I got a couple of mentions.
Yeah, I have several mentions. I think Cody Rhodes on SmackDown was pretty great. That's an honorable mention. My other honorable mention is the I don't know if you call it a promo, but the back and forth with Pat McAfee and Michael Cole talking about the bet of if the Pacers win, then Cole has to wear a tank top for a broadcast.
It's almost the best segment, kind of, but yeah, I hear you. That's
McAfee wears a suit. So the topper was, McAfee getting all excited about it. They're just finishing the back and forth. He's like, "Oh, Michael Cole, you look like an asshole," and then the show starts, and it was just brilliant.
So we need a new segment called "Wow" or something, or because
snap!
Yeah, like a snap of the week or whatever. We'll discuss it. Okay, so that's your promo.
So no, my promo is and I stayed away from Pop, but I can't stay away from it this week. And that's going to be CM Punk with his promo on Raw. I really liked it. It was a little extended, right? He was out solo for a bit and slammed Cena and The Rock. I'm upset. CM Punk didn't win Money in the Bank because I want to see him and Cena so bad. I want them to run it back. And him talking to The Rock, I'm gonna pick the bones clean, bitch. Was fantastic. And then when Sammy comes out, right? Sammy's like,
Sammy's all like.
Kind of like that, but he actually used words. He did say that if you win, we'll be in this ring face to face again, and we'll be having a very different conversation. I found that very interesting, and I would love to see that play out exactly like that. Just as a Sammy guy, so as well. I love both those guys. So I'm giving it to Punk. I'm giving it to Raw.
All right, Punk gets it. Well, there was some good talking this week. Lacking a bit in matches, I'd say, but there's some good segments. The Becky and Valkyrie promo was really cool, where it like went from Becky and her little backstage vignette, and then Valkyrie came out. Is that how you say the bird girl's name? Valkyrie?
Lyra Valkyrie, yeah.
Valkyrie. Right, and she comes down, and she's like, I wanted to say this stuff to your face, and Becky comes down. So like that, her like backstage vignette rolled right into that promo. I really like that, and I really believe they hate each other. I don't know if I'm working through it. The Punk one, correct. I'm not gonna. We just went over that. Awesome. The Naomi promo where she cries, and she's talking about going to Bianca's parents' house, and they weren't home, so she was going through photo albums and stuff. Very DDP in WWE, if you will.
Yeah. Very. Yeah. That stalker vibe.
Then that rolled right into the triple threat match. Jade comes down to fight Naomi, which is just part of what's going on, and then here comes Nia Jax, boom, 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 and the match starts. So that was really cool. I really like how they're kind of flowing into stuff.
How does she come down again? What was that?
Boo. Okay, sure. Stay Puft Marshmallow Man. I'm gonna crush you every day. I really loved how Cody said he just had to sit at home and shed some tears and drink some Tennessee tears and
Yeah,
stuff like that. That was really cool, and how he just kind of went over everything. Um, I mean, I'll have to give it that whole segment. I mean, that was all good stuff, even though John Cena's still talking weird. But the Cody Rhodes promo, to me, that's one promo, like, because they're all kind of going back and forth. Even Logan Paul was good.
It was four guys who know how to get a reaction and know how to talk. I thought it was really well done. I agree with that.
I mean, if we can consider that a promo,
I
that's
think
kind of
so.
how I look at, like, when they're all kind of back and forth. To me, that was the best one. But huge honorable mention, even all this week, to Naomi. She was killing it because I maybe mentioned this down here later on, but it rolled right into that triple threat match after her promo. Her back must have hurt carrying that match. That's all I gotta say. Because it was a pretty good match because of her. Jade's coming along, but that was all Naomi holding down shit with Nia Jackson and Jade. I digress. Did I pick one? Yeah, the Cody. So SmackDown, Cody,
SmackDown. Yeah,
all four of them. Just that whole thing.
yeah. No, I can get on board with that. I'll allow it.
Should we do Wrestle of the Week now, or should we do everything else and Wrestle of the Week and match?
Let's do wrestler and match of the week at the end. Let's go to move of the week. So I have a couple, but
of the week. I can't wait to talk about it. Go ahead.
No. I've gone first the last couple of times. Go right ahead.
Have you?
It's on you.
I'm stoned. So move of the week. I mean, what's the vampire girl's name? Stephanie Vaquer.
Stephanie
Her
Vaquer.
ass move is the greatest thing ever in the history of moves, and we might as well just retire this section because every time
it's going to be that every time.
Probably win move of the week.
Do you watch NXT? Have you heard Booker T?
I know Booker. He really gets out. It's weird. He's like 60.
He gets really excited with that move.
It's getting weird. Fatu Swanton was beautiful in that triple threat match on SmackDown.
Yep.
Andrade, I can never say his name. He did
Andrade.
Yeah. Moonsault. Somebody moves. He lands on his feet. Backflip. Hits him.
Yep.
That's an honorable mention. But I'm giving it to the butt thing.
Okay.
Definitely.
This week. The face slam, and I forget what she calls it now. I know it, and yeah, it's left me because
if she killed me like that, I'd have a big smile on my face in the coffin.
No, that's totally fair. I had that as an honorable mention. As well as Andrade.
I'm sure there's better moves. She did it to both of them, though. That was cool. So double jealous.
I really like Andrade spinning elbow.
Oh yeah,
he goes for the kick and misses it, and then turns around. Just nasty. I love it. I also really liked Alba Fire Swanton from SmackDown.
Alba Fire,
she landed heavy, and she got some distance. It was less height and more distance. Excuse me. And yeah, that was really cool. And then I also gave Jason Mateo some love for his finisher, which they call Tour of the Island, right, where he catches the guy one way and then spins all the way around like a pendulum slam.
It's almost like a black hole slam, but different.
But in a body slam position, like the strength you need to do that is ridiculous. But I'm gonna give it to Javon Evans. Okay, he did it twice, and the first one was fantastic, and it was the springboard Hurricane Rana that he does. And he kind of jumps off of the top and then goes into a Hurricane Rana. I love it. It was great. He has a pretty sick drop kick too.
Who's this now?
Javon Evans.
Who's he on with? Is he that skinny black dude?
He was on SmackDown.
Skinny black dude, Javon Evans. Yes. He made his debut. He was impressive. Yeah. You're right. Yeah.
Right. They have the Worlds Collide AAA pay-per-view on Saturday in the afternoon, and he's in that, along with was it Ethan Page who was down at ringside in commentary.
Hilarious.
That was he's really good.
Mm.
That was a fun match. That was a really fun match. And yeah, Javon Evans, man, just bounced around the ring the whole time. It was fun to watch. So I'm gonna give it to him. So I'm giving that to Smacky Down.
Who did I give it to?
You gave it
I
to
already did mine, right? The butt thing?
Stephanie Butt Vacour.
Okay, so we're on to Ouchie.
That's Raw.
Ouchie, ouchie, ouchie of the week. Time, yeah. Let's talk about that time you got an ouchie. I'm working on theme songs.
Yeah, no, that's a good segment song.
That's a good one, right?
I'm all right with that. I was good with that. So I'm gonna go with and I don't have any other honorable mentions, but I'm gonna go through with Fatu. When he attempted to hit both Mello and Andrade through the barricade and missed, they moved and he just went through it himself.
Yeah, I have that.
Oh my God. God. He was moving fast and just shattered the barricade and probably his hip. It was awesome.
Yeah, that was nuts. Is that your winner?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think
100%.
That's what I have down as the winner, too. I mean, that was like, he's dead. And he was up 5 minutes later. I got an honorable mention, though. Kerry Singh kicked, what's her name? Rodriguez. Kerry Sang kicking Rodriguez's head into the ring post.
Yes.
And the Stephanie Devil Girl, I can't say her last name, double knee in the corner to live right to her face. That was, but yeah, it's got to be that Fatu thing. I mean, he must have been going 30 mile. Like it was nuts.
He was going fast, and there was no give.
It was nuts.
Alrighty.
So we're on to Standout. Who to watch?
All right. So
I like Naomi this week. I think she's really flowing. You know, I know she's not really new. I mean, it's either her or Stephanie V. Vanquer.
Stephanie Vaquer. And I'm going with Stephanie myself.
I just think Naomi was all over the place in promos, in matches, in backstage segments.
Yeah.
But I guess she's always around, right? I don't know what the rules are to who to watch.
Yeah, but I mean, it's just who stood out, right? I mean, we gave Chad Gable all the love last week, right? So he's been around forever.
He's old.
So
yeah, I'm gonna give it to Naomi for me. Yeah, Stephanie, she was awesome, hot. Oh my God. But yeah, I'm going Naomi. I thought she was. I'm loving her gimmick.
Yeah, it's absolutely different from what she's done for the last 10 years. So yeah, I'm with you on that one. That's a fair choice.
She's somebody that's a bad guy and it's not cringe. Mm-hmm. Who can switch to a heel.
Yeah.
Unlike some people. So you're Stephanie?
I'm Stephanie. So I'm going with Raw, and you're going to go with SmackDown with Naomi, which I think is completely fair. She's doing her best work in forever. So
two of the women right now, Becky Lynch and Naomi, are the best versions of themselves right now.
Yeah, you think?
We're lucky to have them. Keep up the evil work.
All right, what's next is best backstage.
What? Best backstage segment? I mean, I just have segments too. So I don't know. I'm not sure because I even mentioned New Day announcing or on the announce table. I love that. Is that a segment though? I don't know. How do you give them a shout out, yo?
We can give that that's fine. I mean
even the Paul Heyman and AJ Styles little conversation that was
so
great.
Good. Yep.
That was a great little segue. The match was whatever. Pat McAfee saying Xavier has great eyebrows made me almost fall on the ground. And then I looked at his eyebrows and he was so true.
He's accurate.
Now I'm jealous of Xavier Woods' eyebrows. I mean, the Street Profits promo where all the tag team folks come out and then the Wyatt family just destroyed all of the tag teams.
Shocking. Oh, it's so good. So good. I love it. I love it.
But in honor of somebody who's gotten fired recently, I'm giving it to R-Truth calling JC Husky and also Solo's son, and he wants to take him to the ring and teach him a lesson. So,
And as he
our
walks
truth.
off, he says, "Boy, are you guys big boned it."
Are you big boned it?
And that's exactly what I have down. Solo family and R-Truth, and this was before he was let go. Solo family and R-Truth. Is that your son? He's husky. Boy, you guys are big boned. And the fact that Wade Barrett calls him the merchant of nonsense, which is perfect. I did have an honorable mention, and the only reason I couldn't move forward with it is that it's also part of my cringe or my fail of the week. But it's when the Secret Hervis and Chelsea were backstage talking.
Yeah,
and
that was
Chelsea
funny.
walks up with a picture of herself. And the GM's like, put that down. She puts it down, and then Piper puts one right back up in front of her face. Another picture of Chelsea in front of her face. I thought that was really clever. But that was just more of a bit, a moment. The whole segment was awful, but that bit right there was fantastic. So a little
Just
shout
funny
out to them.
moments.
But our truth with the Solo family backstage was it for me as well.
We'll
So
talk a little bit about our truth at the end of this. I was going to start it with it, but I didn't want to be a downer. So fail of the week now, and I mean, there's only two possible conversations for me. Did I do mine? What was yours? I did the last thing.
we both did our truth. Yeah,
Stoned.
this
Natty
is a
Maxine,
fun podcast.
Natty Maxine and Tozawa with Sheamus, and Sheamus giving them all pet talk was like really cringe and made me uncomfortable. They're not children. They're all like maybe older than him. How old is Tozawa? Like 60 or something?
I know.
And the way they blurred out Fraxian on their entrance was so dumb.
It's like the superhero super speed thing. Yeah, I don't get it. Like sometimes that stuff
So
works.
dumb.
They change the filter in the intro. Karrion Kross does it.
Morrison used to do kind of slow-mo.
John Morrison used to do the slow mo. That worked every time. That was great.
Yeah.
But this, I don't think it's working.
No, it's really. I mean, I'm gonna give it to the pep talk because it was longer. Like I just had to watch that for a second. Okay, still stupid, really stupid still, but it's for sure the Maxine Tozawa Sheamus pep talk. Like,
yeah, Tozawa was 40 by the way.
You're firing our truth. These people all have jobs.
Tozawa was 40. He was born in 1985. So I had two things. One was Jade Cargill's hair. I don't they have a full makeup and hair department at WWE? Why is Jade Cargill's wig the worst thing every week she's out? I don't know. Maybe it's just me.
I guess I didn't even know it. Like when she comes on the screen, I guess I just look at my phone or something.
She has the hairline. You can see it weaved in. Like every wig she wears is terrible. Anyways,
but too much forehead.
I'm giving it, and I know you're going to be upset about this, but it's starting to grate on me. But Chelsea, when she talks about crooked Zelina, please stop. Just stop. Stop.
I don't really understand that.
Stop it. Stop it. All right. Like Kevin Owens did it better.
Talented woman, but
yeah, great wrestler. Okay, but stop it. All right. First of all, Kevin Owens did this gimmick better 5 years ago. Okay.
Yeah.
As the non-American as the U.S. champion, he did it way better. And I just let's not start a political talk, but anytime people are parodying or copying or bringing up anything to do with politics in that way that is like super polarizing, it just drives me nuts. It drives me nuts. I don't need to be thinking of Donald Trump.
Maybe I looked at my phone.
I don't need to be thinking about Donald Trump when I'm watching wrestling and they're like, crooked Zelina, because he was crooked Hillary, crooked this, crooked that, right? That's just like his thing.
Oh, I didn't get it.
It was just so painfully obvious to me, and I hated every second of it. So, anyways, I'm going. So I'm taking a point off of SmackDown on that one, and a point off of Raw for you for the cringe of Tozawa and Sheamus.
I mean, for me, the biggest surprise was Grande Americano beating CM Punk and AJ Styles.
Oh my god, I had the same thing. I couldn't think of I'm like nothing really shocked me other than the fact that El Grande won the Money in the Bank spot.
But I mean, let's pull back the curtain a little bit. Why else would he be in the match? I was watching the match with Zip. I'm like,
To make
you,
to make
you
the
know
other two look good.
Americano's winning, right? Because you got like two huge like legends. AJ Styles and CM Punk are legends,
Yeah.
and for some reason they put a fake wrestler in the match, a fake character or whatever. Why else would
Well,
they do it?
he's also wrestling for the belt. Sorry, if you believe the rumors that Chad Gable and El Grande Americano are the same person, which I do, he wrestles in the afternoon for the belt in AAA, and then that
Chad does.
night, yeah, Chad wrestles, and then Chad again wrestles in the Money in the Bank as El Grande. Like, I didn't think they were going to give it to him. I figured they let him in the match to just make sure everyone looked good, and because he's been a prolific, figure in wrestling recently. I honestly did not think they were gonna give that to it. Like, I did not think he was gonna win. I did not.
Yeah, it blew my mind. But honestly, 5 minutes in, you can ask Zip. I bet you he wins.
It's crazy.
Why is
crazy
he there?
To me.
Like those
Crazy
two
to
and
me.
him? Like wouldn't it be those two and like another legend? Like why you just put him in there? It's just insane to me. And then like just before he wins, if he's like, "Oh my God, you're right, he's gonna win," I'm like, "There's no other reason." It's still my biggest surprise. Although I called it 5 minutes into the match because I'm like, it doesn't make sense that he's in this match. The only reason to put him in the match is to shock everybody that he wins. That's all I got to say about that. But anyway, yeah. So that's I guess that's both of ours.
Yeah, that's so yeah, and that is a Raw win on that one. So now we're down to story of the week. What do you got, handsome Nick? What do you got for us?
I mean, I'm like, it's between the Becky Valkyrie and the Heyman family storyline. And I mean, I got to give it to the Heyman family storyline. I mean, it weaved its way through the whole show, right to the main event. It encompassed, multiple beatdowns, splashes to Jay, had CM Punk, Sammy. Everybody was involved. Even AJ's involved, right? Because of that triple threat match we were just talking about. So I mean, the Heyman family storyline was Raw. It was like pretty much the whole thing mixed in with some other little matches and storylines, of course. But that seemed to kind of encompass all of Raw. I thought it was fun. The Becky Valkyria is not. It's just one little segment, really. They just had a promo.
Yeah.
I like that story as well. I like how much they hate each other. I can't wait to see them kick the shit out of each other. But the Heyman family storyline is, in my opinion,
Big.
dominant right now.
Yeah, I'm still. I don't know. I still feel like, I mean, this is going to be another slow burn. It's the way Heyman does stuff, right? So I feel like it's a slow burn. I feel like I'm still waiting for something. Um, and they also dialed back the solo stuff this week.
Totally.
Um, so I went with, and it's kind of a cop out, but it gets a a point on both sides because my story of the week is Money in the Bank in general. We had the final
Money in the Bank matches,
yeah, we had the final qualifying matches this week, both Raw and SmackDown. We had all the builds to the other matches that are going on. I am excited, man. I for the usually, I mean, you and I, we've watched this stuff for so long. We're pretty good at picking the winners, or at least close to it. I got nothing on both the women's and the men's.
No idea.
Like, I mean, so you want to say obviously Seth is going to win the men's Money in the Bank, but that's not obvious.
think
The
so.
way everyone else has been, the way everybody else has been working it, like Chad Gable, or El Grande or whatever you want to call him.
Why else would he be in the match?
Right? So El Grande, Penta, is on such a run.
I think Solo
LA
was
Knight is
LA Knight,
ready
yeah.
for that. Solo Sikoa, I mean, they've been treating him as the next head of the table for a year now. The only one I would be shocked if he won was on Andrade. I'm so glad he's in the match. I think he deserves it. I love him as a wrestler, but I'd be surprised if he won. It makes sense for anybody else on that list to win,
Yeah. So he
right?
might be the winner.
Right, and fair. And then with the women, you have Alexa Bliss, Roxanne Perez, Rhea Ripley, Julia, Naomi, and Stephanie Vaquer. Right, and only because Stephanie's so new, I can't see her taking it. But again, Money in the Bank is for a year-long contract, a shot at the belt. Any one of these women could easily take that,
Naomi.
right?
Booyaka,
And
booyaka.
Naomi's doing really well. Roxanne Perez has been, featured quite a lot. Rhea Ripley is always a lock. She can win anything at any time, right? Alexa Bliss, she just came back. The people love her. Man, it's I don't know. I don't know.
Which is good.
So yeah, my story of the week definitely is Money in the Bank. All right,
So we're off to the two big ones.
Yeah.
Match of the week
and Wrestler of the Week.
33 minutes. It's felt like 7 hours. I'm so stupid. Match of the week. I mean, there are some good matches. I mean, Carmelo, Fatu, Andrade, or whatever.
Yeah.
Great match.
Agreed.
That was SmackDown's best match easily. I forgot to mention, seeing Liv Morgan hit those three amigos 3 times in a row, and on the third one hitting Ivy. That was a really cool move, and that match was pretty cool as well. The other triple threat match. I love triple threat matches. That's it's so fun. They're my favorite when done right, and they've been done right a few times. I'm gonna give it to the Fatu Andrade Carmelo match. I think is probably match of the week for me.
Yeah, I had it between
Liv Morgan, Ivy, and Stephanie were an honorable mention.
Those are the two I have written down. Liv Morgan, Stephanie Vaquer, and Ivy Nile, and Andrade, Mello, and Fatu. And I'm going to give it to Andrade, Mello, and Fatu as well.
Yeah,
it's another one for SmackDown.
Barely. Because that other match was good. I'd like to give it to Punk's match, but Punk looked a bit tired in that match, to be completely honest.
Right? That's the slowest he's looked since coming back. Yeah, for sure.
Tired. He was in like every sequence, but man.
Yeah. No, he definitely looked
like
a little
50
tired.
Or 45 or whatever. I don't know. he was looking a bit sluggish. Not terrible, but a bit sluggish.
Agreed. All right, so we're down to Wrestler of the Week. Who's your favorite wrestler this week?
I mean, this rolls right into, I would give it to CM Punk. He was in he was in so many segments on Raw. But I mean, I got to give it to Jay. He was also in so many segments, and he always looked sharp in his matches, and every segment, he's all over the place. He's carrying the weight. The backstage, him and Gunter talking. I forgot to mention that, but that backstage little segment where Gunter was giving his little speech to him, that was awesome. I know it was on SmackDown, right? I don't even know if this is a point just for Raw, but I guess he's a Raw guy, so it's a Raw point.
Because he was on both.
Jay was all over the place.
Yeah. Well, he's a SmackDown, or he's a Raw guy, so I'm gonna put that point under Raw.
Yeah, because he was mostly on Raw. I mean, he only had one segment on SmackDown.
Yeah, and I'm gonna do the same thing because I had him down as well for Wrestler of the Week, with an honorable mention to Stephanie Vaquer because she had just a great debut match.
100%.
And CM Punk because I'm a CM Punk whore.
That's who I was. It's either Punk. Yeah, it's either Punk or Jay, and just because Punk was looking a little tired, I think Jay.
Yeah, I mean, for me, Jay wins by default for being on both shows, and
multiple segments
looking
on Raw.
and looking sharp as hell.
Yeah.
So there we go. So let me tally up the points here.
So why the f would they fire R-Truth before we even announce who the winner is?
Yeah.
What is going on? So many more people make sense. They have Chad Gable playing two characters, like, and wrestling on two different shows. They don't got room for like the guy that everybody likes and sells T-shirts and is really funny and entertaining in every single segment that he's on.
So his Ron Cena shirt has sold out.
Right, Ron Cena.
He was
doing the Judgment Day shirts with
it's huge. I don't understand, and if I gotta put my business hat on, then when you have these kinds of contracts, right? You never make less the next contract you sign, right? It's always a little bit more. It might not be a ton more, but 17 years. He was probably getting paid a decent amount, and wow, okay, let me back this up. For anybody else who got let go, they were probably making a decent amount, and the return on investment wasn't there. They're not making the money that they're spending on them.
I get that with everybody else for sure.
Okay, I'm having a hard time understanding truth, and according to X or Twitter, and according to the other wrestlers that have tweeted, they all agree. Everybody is surprised. I read an article recently saying even the internal shock is there. They're like, this one we don't get. We don't get it. No one understands. Like, and then you have
I even get Braun
chance
Strowman
on Raw. Yeah,
I even get Braun Strowman, Carlito. Like, I love seeing him, but he ain't making anybody any money. Like, I get that. But this guy, every time he does something, it sells. I love Carlito too, but every time R-Truth does something, it sells. And everybody loves everything he does. It doesn't make any sense. Money-wise, business-wise, happiness-wise, none of it. It's also really shit for morale now. Because everybody's like, if he can get, we're all on the block now.
Yeah.
Like
even
such
like
a bad move.
We're not renewing your current contract, but we'll give you less if you want to stick around.
Right.
Like, I mean, at least offer him something to. Can I help you?
Hey.
I'm just in your way, aren't I? Just a roadblock, a little speed bump in the road of life, eh?
That's a whole lot of cat butthole on the screen. All right. Hello. Anyway, that's I think it's ridiculous.
No, I agree. My kid was devastated when she saw that as well. Just devastated. It's very upsetting. I don't get it. I mean, there's a ton of We Want Truth chants going on during Raw, and I don't know if you saw, but after Raw went off the air, there was a little promo with Jay, Sammy, and CM Punk in the ring before everyone left, and they were chanting that, and CM Punk goes, "Hey, how dare you? How dare you chant for a guy who doesn't even work in this company anymore?"
Yeah, I did see
Don't worry, you'll get the joke on your drive home today. Because obviously everyone did that to Punk. That's the reason he's back, is they've been chanting his name for 10 years and he didn't even work there. So I thought that was kind of funny, and I hope people got the joke because it was cute. But man, that's
crazy. Maybe he just doesn't want to come back.
It's a heartbreaker. If
that's the case, he needs to
he's come out and said he was shocked and saddened. And then minor note
storyline with John Cena.
Yeah. Dirty Dom was wearing a Carlito shirt on Raw.
Was he?
Past Monday as well, yeah.
Was Carlito was he not on Raw?
He was not on Raw, no. He got let go again, they said they're not renewing his contract, so I don't know how long he has left. Same with Truth. They could have given them both send-offs this week, and they didn't. So whatever. I'm not bitter. Just a little mad.
It's crazy, man. Like and subscribe. Oh, who won?
Oh, yeah, let's talk about that real quick. So I gave Raw a 6 and SmackDown a 4. You gave Raw a 4 and SmackDown a 6. So that is 12, or I guess so that's 10 for Raw and 10 for SmackDown. It is tied between the two of us. I had Raw winning, you had SmackDown winning.
Wild. Should we flip a coin or just supposed to call it a tie?
I mean, I think it's fair to call it a tie at this point in time. When
they're both good shows.
We both had a favorite. Mine was Raw, yours was SmackDown, or at least on paper. Just when we total it up, it's 10 apiece, and really all that says is, hey, both shows were worth watching this week.
It was a good
and
week.
If you haven't seen them, what the hell are you doing watching this? But watch them. Some really good. It would be weird. but some really good matches. So
So make sure you
Wrong
like
podcast.
and subscribe. Tie! First tie in the history of Kayfabe Wrestling Talk. Tell your grandparents about it. It's called history, bitches. So like and subscribe. Let us know why you think I'm right and he's wrong and all that stuff. Any last words?
I mean, your last words hurt a little bit, but I mean, I understand it. That's fine. All right.
What did I say?
About why I'm wrong? It hurts deep down in my soul. If I had one.
Already forgot about that. It wasn't about me.
Yeah, no, that's a fair point. All right, well, as Nick says, I think you may have mentioned to like and subscribe if you want to see more of these two idiots talking about wrestling and him doing some finger guns. So there we go.
Like and subscribe.
Shoot us home, Nick.
Hey! Boo, 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 boo.